Hey guys. So we're about to get our first freeze. We got a good frost, but we're about to get our first freeze. And it's really nice today, like 70s, and then tomorrow it's supposed to be like 50s, 60s, and then I think Halloween night is when it's gonna get down to like 30 or 32. It's supposed to be a back-to-back day. One day's supposed to be 30 and one day's supposed to be 32. So I am going to make some type of structure to use my cover cloth with. So this is just me improvising, which is what I do a lot of the time, and so we'll see how this turns out. So right here I have some tools, and I'm going to use some extra 1x4s that we had left over from our greenhouse build. Also building something else with those 1x4s, but I need to finish this, and I'm going to put it over this bed is what I'm hoping to cloth. So a lot of the stuff in this bed is frost hardy. A lot of it will be fine as long as the frost and the freeze is not touching it directly. Like kale will be great if I can just keep the frost and freeze off of it. We've got lettuces. Chard should do okay too as long as it's not touching it. Spinach. My spinach last year got snowed on and it survived the whole year. So this spinach is a great cold hardy one. So hopefully I can just give it some extra protection to keep the moisture directly off of the plants. Inside of the box is 48 inches, so I'm just gonna use my tape measure and measure out 4 feet across for the top. Okay, I got the first piece cut. This is the 4 foot, and this will span across the length of the bed, widthwise, not lengthwise, obviously. And I'm going to do the side pieces 1.5 feet, I think. This old school by hand stuff is not very fun. It's not making clean cuts either, which stinks. But that's what I have to work with right now. I don't know how to use a skill saw. Yeah, so that's on my to-do list to learn apparently, because hand saws suck. Okay, what feels like a million hours later after using a handsaw, we have a 4 foot long piece in 2 pieces that are each 1.5 feet. And then we're gonna make something like this. I'm dying laughing. I picked up the extra piece that was like left over from cutting and used it. I'm gonna have to fix this. But you get the idea of what it's supposed to be like. It's not supposed to be sloped. These nails have been in and out so much. They're so hot. Whenever I do something wrong and it backfires, it's like, owie, owie. All right, all that work for that. But there is one piece. Now we're gonna go put it in the bed, and hopefully I measured correctly and it fits. This is obviously not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. Might get a hammer and try and drive that down into the dirt or build the dirt around it a little bit. But we're going to put one right here. Obviously not going to cover up the peas. I'll just guess let them do their thing with the freeze coming. But my goal is to put one right here and then one right here. Could even put one in the middle, honestly, and then hopefully that will be enough to keep freeze frost directly off of the plants. Not shabby, not too bad. The whole point of this was to be resourceful and to show you that you could do it on your own. Ta-da! I did that. All right, number 2 finished. All right, I am thinking that I need 1 or 2 more, for sure. So that's about all the time I have today. So I guess I'll be doing this out in the cold tomorrow. I need to get inside, but should work. Should do what I need it to do. Okay. I decided to stay out and do the last 2 because it's going to be so cold tomorrow. The only thing I really want to worry about is trying to put the net over it. So we're going to go put 2 more out there, and then tomorrow we will put the netting over. So there we go, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then tomorrow I'll figure out if I need to push them in a little deeper and figure out the netting situation. So yeah. I did that. Another day, and I think it's like two days later from when I made the my little, what you might call them. They're not hoops because they're not circular. They're little squaries. I don't know. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. So here is the insect netting I'll be using to hopefully protect and keep some of the frost from laying directly onto the plants. This is by Garden Taylor. It's UV resistant, easy to install, keeps your plants healthy and happy by defending them against insects and pests. So it is a little meshy. My main thing is, like I said, I don't know if you can see that. There's a closer up of it. My main thing is not necessarily the cold, with the plants, it's the frost and freeze sitting directly onto the plants, touching the leaves. So there's other like cloth options out there. I'm going to go with this. So hopefully I can reuse it in the spring and keep the pests down. And hopefully it works for what I'm wanting it to do when it freezes this weekend. Okay, so after further thought, me and my husband have decided that we're going to use some of our old greenhouse plastic. I laid this out, and I just don't know if it'll give enough protection like the greenhouse plastic would. So we're going to fold this back up. This netting is absolutely gorgeous, though. It'll be great for early spring insect protection and next fall for sure. So good quality there. I'm going to end the video at this point. The plastic we have left over is kind of just plastic I was going to throw away. There's a bigger piece behind the shed, and I don't even know if I want to put forth the effort into it, as bad as that sounds. These that I built in the video, absolutely, they're fine. They're holding not great. It's so windy here. See, I don't even want to bother. I'm just whatever. But these would do its purpose. If we had a piece that was big enough where we could stretch across and then even staple it in the bottom and then have it where it hung over and then you could just lift up, like that's what our idea was. And we may have a piece big enough. I just really don't want to go hunt for it. It's already starting to get late and at school, so I'm just kind of covering this janky, and it is what it is. As for the rest of the bed, I don't know. Might be the last time you see it. I will remember you. And that's going to wrap up this video. It didn't go according to what I had in mind. I was going to have some, decent kind of structure going on for you guys with the 1x4s that I built, and it just didn't work out like that. And that's okay. Like, we've been spending all day finishing stuff on the coop. It's just we have so much going on right now, and things have to take priority, and this lettuce just isn't priority. The chicken coop and finishing it up is at this point. So this is where I'll leave you, and I'm sorry that this video is kind of a hot mess, but that's sometimes Kate, right? I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.